Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Paid to Drive, back by popular demand. We're doing more reaction content for you. This time we're back with Sam J Drives. Now, you remember her from like a week or so ago, we did a reaction. Well, she's got some vital information for your everyday life, so to speak. So make sure you go subscribe to her. She's at 752 subs. Let's get her to 800 today. Show her some love. Links in the top of the description. And if you're ready, comment, I am ready. 3, 2, 1.
All right, everybody, another day, another dash. But before we start dashing, we're going to talk about something pretty big. So a lot of drivers are quitting the gig economy. They are just fed up. There's a lot of positives to this job, but there's also a lot of negatives. So I'm going to break down the 5 biggest reasons that drivers say they're quitting the gig life in 2025. And make sure you stick around for the 5th one, because it's something that every single one of us need to be paying attention to, and you probably don't even realize it. So
stick around for the 5th one, guys. Very important.
The main reasons that drivers are quitting is because the money just isn't as good as it used to be, and expenses are going way up. So back in the COVID era, I heard that it was really amazing to be a delivery driver.
It was.
I didn't do it at the time, and I really wish I had, because I just heard that people made a ton of money. But that money isn't there anymore. There are so many new drivers, and these apps just keep messing with us. The base pay is low, a lot of customers aren't taking care of the drivers anymore, and it's just sad how much sometimes you can make. I know for me, there have been times where I've gone out, and just the amount of crappy orders that are sent to you is so discouraging. Sometimes I just turn the apps off and go home, because I'm just like, I'm tired of this disrespect. Meanwhile, the cost of fuel and maintenance.
Can you guys relate to it? I think we all can, especially with this part.
And insurance for your car is just going up. So the money that you're making out here is just getting eaten up by all these expenses. Another reason is that these platforms are just oversaturated with drivers. Now there's people wanting to pick up a part-time job doing this, along with their full-time job, also because of how expensive things are out there. But there aren't enough orders for all of the drivers that are out there. So everyone is chasing the same orders, and there's just not enough to go around. At least not good paying ones. And I don't know if y'all have seen this, because I've seen people talk about that they've noticed drivers who have like 2 or 3 phones in their hands. Like somehow they're signing up for extra accounts, so they're being able to take so many more orders than just the average person.
Now, let me just comment on that with the multiple phones and multiple accounts. You can log in to Uber Eats on one, DoorDash on one, and GrubHub or Spark on the other. But if you are online with DoorDash with like 2 or more accounts, especially if you're able to, get somebody else's information and share accounts, that you eventually are going to get caught. It is not worth it. Okay? In my personal opinion, I do not recommend that. Let me ask everybody, does anyone here use accounts that are not theirs? Does anyone here watching have an additional account? Let me know.
Who only has 1 phone. I don't know how they're doing it. I have no clue. But I know that's one of the biggest complaints I've seen from drivers out there on social media. Now, another reason is some of these unfair policies and tip scams that are out there. So DoorDash specifically faced multiple lawsuits, including a recent settlement of about $17 million for misusing driver tips. So here's what one of the news articles says, is that DoorDash was using customer tips to offset guaranteed pay to drivers rather than letting drivers keep the full tips. I just think that that's so low. Like, a lot of people are out here because they have kids to feed, or, they're going to school and trying to, better themselves so that they can get.
Right now, especially, there's a ton of college students that are on the apps trying to make money while they're off. So that kills a lot of the orders too. Keep that in mind.
A good career in the future, and then DoorDash is over here being shady to these independent contractors who are using their own cars and their own time and own gas to deliver for DoorDash customers. That's just wrong. And don't even get me started on tip baiting. I personally have never been tip baited. If you don't know what it is, it's when customers typically on Uber Eats, they will put a big tip on their order because they know that a driver will pick that order up faster. And then once the order is delivered, because Uber gives them an hour to change their tip, they will remove the tip, essentially screwing the driver. It's just wrong. It's tacky. Now, a lot of drivers...
Have any of you guys ever been tip baited on DoorDash or Uber Eats? Comment tip baited right now. And also, guys, if you're still watching, thank you. Can we get one like on this video? Just one. One comment on this video. And if you're new here, just one subscriber. Very grateful for all of you.
Have also complained that they have been deactivated or their accounts have been locked because of what they say was a very minor infraction. Like, you never know if you're getting the whole story in these, Facebook groups.
Right.
But many of them have said that they didn't even understand why that they were getting deactivated. And then when they tried to appeal, it was denied. So when
that happens far too often. And a lot of times it's customers reporting that they didn't get their food. And it's BS. They're lying.
Happens, they're forced out of being able to drive for these apps and they have to do something else. Maybe go find a part-time job somewhere, retail or restaurant, whatever. But the whole good thing about driving for these apps is that you set your own schedule. So if there's somebody who, has kids or they need that flexibility and they get deactivated, that's really devastating on their livelihood. And this last one is something that we all need to be thinking about. It's that driving can be very mentally and physically exhausting. Now, you wouldn't think, you're just driving your car and you're going and picking something up and then driving it to a house, but it is very exhausting to do that, especially if you're somebody who goes out for hours and hours every single day. You're having to deal with cranky employees and cranky customers and the way that customers talk to you sometimes. It can be very, very mentally draining for people. And then also the fact that you're trying to depend on tips to make it worth your time coming out here. And it can be a lot to take and drivers just give up. I just want to let everybody know who's watching this, you're doing great. You're doing what you have to do to live your life and to stay above water in this crazy, crazy economy. So don't ever let a customer or an employee at a restaurant or anybody make you feel like you are less than you are.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Seriously, give yourselves a pat on the back because you've made it this far with DoorDash, GrubHub, Uber Eats, and Spark and all of these apps. Seriously.
You're doing amazing. And if somebody's talking down to you, that's what makes them trash, not you.
Right.
Okay, so let's get the apps turned on. I am going to turn on Uber Eats. And let me see. Oh, and we got a dash now. It's only for an hour, but that's okay. So let's go.
Wendy's.
Okay, I just picked up the order. We're only like 5 minutes away from this person's house. So there is never a dull moment in Orlando. There was a guy outside of that Wendy's singing Cuts Like a Knife by Bryan Adams
Great
at
song.
the top of his lungs. I didn't want to record him because I thought that would be rude, but...
It goes a little something like this. And it cuts like a knife, and it feels alright. Na 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 na. Now be honest, did that sound good or was that really bad? Let me know.
He was just living his best life.
Yeah.
He was good. I highly enjoyed his musical talents on this beautiful Saturday.
See? It's a long walk. Hey, look at the panda shirt.
I feel really bad. The sticker from the bag that the employee used to close the bag, I guess it wasn't fully closed, and so it got stuck to the inside of my hot bag and opened up the lady's Wendy's bag. So it looks like I opened her bag. Oh, I feel so bad. I really hope she doesn't think I opened her bag. But those things...
A lot of times, though, the steam from being in the bag undoes the stickiness, you know, of the sticker that they use to close it, and it opens, and then it'll get stuck to the bag. But a lot of times you can just reclose it, but if the bag is all soggy, it won't stay closed. So it's happened to me, Sam. It has happened to me. Has that ever happened to you?
Like, those stickers on those fast food bags, like, they come loose so easy. And then the steam from the bag also steams them open.
Yep,
I'm like,
see?
oh, man.
As I just said.
I don't know. Nothing I can do about it now. Okay, I gotta show y'all. Look at the panda shirt I got in DC. It says, "This is how we roll."
Oh, that's very cute. Everybody comment, "Panda, panda, 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 panda." Remember that song? I got broads in Atlanta. Could you believe that song is almost like 9 years old? Panda, designer. Anybody know that song? Comment panda.
By the way, pandas are my absolute favorite animal in the entire world, and we got to see them at the National Zoo, and they were so cute. They look kind of like a human dressed in a panda costume. It almost wasn't real, but I loved it. I loved every moment. Okay, so I just made a big goof. We have to go back to that last order's house. I left my delivery bag outside her door. I was getting a call from Uber, and I automatically think it's a scam if somebody's calling me from like Uber or DoorDash, so I don't ever answer those. But the person left a message saying, "Hey, you left your delivery bag outside of my door, so I'm gonna leave it here for you." So we're going back there. That was very nice of her to call. Very nice. Oh my gosh, look at this car.
I just noticed that.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that car is freaking awesome.
That's crazy. He has an anime wrap on it. Isn't that a Skyline? Right? Or what do you call it? Yeah, it's like the Nissan Skyline. That's pretty sick. And I like the tires and wheels too.
I hope y'all can see that.
Not an
That's
R32.
anime, right? It looked
GTR.
like anime.
It's a GTR.
My brother was
Alexa,
really good
stop.
at drawing anime. So he passed away in 2020. My brother sadly committed suicide. He was my older brother.
Oh, Jesus.
And
oh, I feel terrible. I wish he didn't have to bring that up. Everyone say my condolences. That's terrible. I'm so sorry, Sam.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, that's rough.
Oh my gosh, I shouldn't be crying. I just miss him a lot.
Jeez, man. Sam,
Oh my gosh,
I'm so
I can't
sorry.
believe I'm crying right now. Okay, back to Goofy Sam.
It's totally okay because it's your family, and he was taken from you so tragically, especially in 2020 of all years. A lot of people were not in the right mindset at that time, myself included. I get it.
Now back to Goofy Sam.
Goofy Sam.
Sorry.
Goofy Sam.
I just want to tell everybody, like, make sure you spend as much time with your family as you can. You know, sometimes family can be annoying. I know. But you never know how long you have with them.
Right. You never know.
So just make sure you tell me you love him as much as possible. Like, I literally tell my son I love him every 5 minutes. I'm sure he gets annoyed with me, but you know, just make sure that they know how much you love them, and spend as much time with them as you possibly can. That's all I'll say. And I'm gonna draw up the waterworks.
That is 110% the truth. It's like she said, you never know how long you have with somebody. Pets included. Pets included.
We're here. I'm gonna go grab my bag and see what other orders we can get. Okay, so I hate to do this, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up for right now. I may come out later and do some more orders, but I'm a little sad and depressed now. So I just want to go home and hug my dogs and do something to take my mind off of things. But I apologize. I apologize for this not being longer. I promise the next one will be. Hopefully you all got some value out of the beginning of this video.
So guys, please, 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 especially after this ending here, which I don't think anybody saw coming. Wow. Please go subscribe to her. Let's get her to 800, maybe 1,000 subscribers. I know we can do it. Please leave her a comment on her video saying Paid to Drive sent me, and please give your condolences to her. That is super tragic, okay? Seriously, Sam, if you're watching this, my deepest, deepest condolences to you and your family, because that's brutal. It really is. So, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Get that money, get that honey, keep hustling and keep bustling. And we'll see you guys next time right here on Pay to Drive. And remember, if nobody has told you yet today, you are awesome. You are worth it. And give yourself a pat on the back. We'll see you next time, guys. Peace.